Broadcast live.
Shout out, my name is OkaySwisher and I just listened to the incredible album that is Phara City, and next to me is the one and only KO. How are you tonight, sir?
What up, my G? You nice?
I'm good, sir, I'm good. I enjoyed your album and you kept it short, 14 tracks. What made you just keep it at 14, nice and concise?
I mean, first of all, like I wanted to get into like my like really like lyrical bag, and like some of the songs have like 3 verses, which is something that people hardly do these days. So you don't want to overwhelm people's attention span, because some of the songs like literally have to be more than like 4 minutes. So I ended up, settling with 14. And yeah, man, I'm just happy that like the album is finally done and people can actually go out there and stream it tonight.
And I'm glad you said you don't want to overwhelm people because of their attention spans. And in this generation, people don't have the attention span like they had 10 years ago. Tell me, how do you adapt to that and still make sure that you bring the best out of you?
I mean, just constantly studying what's going on in the surface. Whether there's boom happening, whether there's amapiano, whether it's hip hop or Afro beats, I'm always one that just wants to have my hand in the jar. And even if I might not go out on my way to make a gqom song or make an amapiano song, but I watch the guys that are participating in that space, and if I can create some type of synergy, with them, whether it's young stunner, because I see more than just the specific sound that they might be doing, and I just also enjoy challenging people and taking them out of their comfort zone and whatnot. So that's always that's always been my mandate whenever I put music together.
And I saw in terms of the rollout, you were also outside and you were asking people specific questions in order to build anticipation to that. What inspired you to actually go outside and interview other people?
Again, like this is not only my story. This is a story that has to do with the people that are literally, living the life. That, I mean, cool. The whole Phara chat, became popular, in recent months, but like we haven't actually given those people the opportunity to also tell their side of the story, because they're stigmatized on some. All right, cool. So if you're Phara, you're either like a substance abuser or like you're a criminal and XYZ, But some of these people are actually homeless people, who are just trying to find their way in life, and something as simple as assisting when the traffic light is off. For them, they feel like they've done something positive in the community. And if you think about it, they actually have, because when the traffic lights are not working courtesy of our government, they step up to the plate and do something positive to help us get to our destination, to make our meeting, to get to our jobs, in time and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to continue also just like giving them the platform and chatting to them a little bit more, but that's essentially what inspired me.
And you did say that a Phara is not only a person who's homeless, it can be a person who's in corporate, who's in the music business as well, and also whatnot. I want to talk about track 8, which I really enjoyed, No Chorus. It had a chorus though.
That's the twist about it, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, music is about having fun, bro, you know what I'm saying? And just being able to create freely and uninhibitedly, that's what I was trying to do on this album, without having to follow a certain format. And I could have just literally just like rapped all the way through, but the song making DNA in me still allows me to even bring that element in a very lighthearted way. So I think it's very like humorous the way that like that whole thing plays out, but I think when it's all said and done, cohesively, the record makes a whole lot of sense, from the beat, from the raps to the chorus itself.
Thank you, sir. My second last question I have for you, Supernova featuring Cassper Nyovest. You did say that you sampled Lebo Mathosa then. How was the sampling game for you to actually decide that, okay, I want to do this and have it executed that well too?
Bro, the crazy thing about sampling, right? Especially when you're gonna tackle a song that is almost like a magnum opus of, in culture and South African history. If you dare do it, you gotta do it right. And I took it upon myself to say, all right, Luna, because I made the beat with Lunatic. I'm like, yo, we're gonna do this shit and let's see how we can do it. And my whole vision from jump, I was like, all right, cool. We slow it all the way down and see how it pans out. Because the original song is sitting at about like 110 BPM. We slowed it all the way down to 88 BPM, but maintain the same key. So, just the genius in the thinking, because you need to visualize something before you even attempt it. To see, okay, cool, this is gonna come out like this if I dare spend my time putting it together. And before you know it, I was in the studio recording over the beat, sent it to Cass overnight, and then he sent the verse literally that same night. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate his commitment and dedication to the culture and everything that he's done. And even like his thing, bro, like when you're working with certain artists, collaborations need to be met with the same enthusiasm, right? This man asked me a couple days ago, he's like, yo, I'm about to go on stream. I want to preview the record over there. I'm like, a lot of the times I'm one who plays my cards like very close to my chest. I want people to hear the shit when it drops. But I'm like, wait, but this is Cass's bag. This is what makes Cass who he is. Let me loosen the grip. I'm like, rock out, big dog. And then he did that, and then by default, that becomes almost like a rollout in some way. And then like he created the anticipation. And I'm very appreciative for everything that he's done.
And I saw that you guys were both together speaking about how it's important to be efficient, it's important to be consistent, and whatever way you will face criticism. How do you face criticism when after 20 years of being in this game?
Give me 1 second.
No problem.
I don't wanna choke on this chicken bone. So for me, bro, when you are operating in the public space, you are literally setting yourself up for all kinds of opinion. Some good, some bad. And I know we are humans when it's all said and done. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually, in terms of me, I gatekeep criticism in a way that, like, first of all, I don't read comments. Like, I don't read comments. I'm not on social media looking at what people. I don't search my name. I don't give a fuck what someone has to say about me over there. So, like, to your viewers, if you don't like KO, it's all good. You can tweet about me all day and send your insults and whatnot, but chances are I'm not even gonna see it. So you're wasting your time. But when I actually encounter criticism, it's immediately from my inner circle, and like there's a couple of people whose opinions that I trust, right? Because before the shit goes out, I played for a couple of people. I'm like, yo, what you think of this? What you think of this? And then a lot of the times, if I'm getting a no from here, getting a no from there, and no from there, you have your answer right there before you actually push the button and put the shit out. Sometimes you do go against the grain and put it out as is, even with the insights that you might have picked up. And then you see the results yourself and be like, oh shit, they were not lying. So it's important to use your immediate circle. I'm not talking about your friends, people who are like yes men or whatnot. I'm just talking about the people who, your mentors. Something as simple as like playing a song to your dad. You know what I'm saying? Because your dad doesn't come from this space, but he knows what he likes. Or like an uncle type of thing, you know. It just depends on who you want to use, as your gauging tool. So for me, that's how I handle it. And of course, yes, I do also encounter things where my team will say, because they're the ones that are on the net, they'll be like, oh shit, there's actually a brewing conversation that maybe on this song you should have done X, Y, Z. So they'll also feedback stuff like that. But we're not sitting there on the net trying to read every single comment type of thing. But we don't, at the same time, we don't close the door on criticism.
Thank you, sir. My last question is, you've been in the game 19 years. What is next now in the next 19 years for KO?
Just trying to literally transition into like the full-on mogul that I believe I am and that I can be. Business-wise, I'm trying to be a voice in the community. I have an opinion, but a lot of times, I'll be contrived and just keep shit to myself. But, there are people that actually could grow and become better people by hearing that I probably share the same sentiments as them. So I just want to come out a little bit more in terms of just self-expression outside of music. So people might actually see a whole lot of me doing that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Cash Time KO, for the blessing that Phara City is. I appreciate the viewers who are liking and subscribing. Slikour OnLife, yes sir. Thank you.
Broadcast live